Recorded live on the campus of WQLM Public Media, it sounds around town. Now, celebrating 100 years of performance, it's the Erie Playhouse.
A salute to the man on the deck of that ship. A salute to the immigrant stranger. Heaven knows why you take such a terrible trip. May your own God protect you from danger. Is it freedom or love that you pray for in your guttural accent? Too late, long gone. A salute to a fellow who hasn't a chance. Journey home.
You depart on a ship from a country like this. Why on earth would you want to be leaving? Is it something you lost that you suddenly miss? Are you angry or possibly grieving? Do you see in my face what you've lost, sir? Are you moved by the death ship we sail upon? Well, perhaps you're a man who's in search of his heart. Journey on.
Journey on.
Two ships passing in the kingship of the darkness.
One going from
One coming to
America.
Two men meeting at a moment of the journey.
For a moment in the darkness, we're the same.
And one of the people whose boundaries stretch.
I salute you, my friend.
So soon
May you find what you
I will be
need
journeying near my love
as you go.
Journeying on the sea.
We're two ships passing
at a distance.
in the darkness.
One going from
One coming to America. Strangers sharing the beginnings of the journey.
I salute you
God be with you
I will miss you
in the darkness of the dawn. Journey on.
Good evening. I'm Richard Davis, producing director of the Erie Playhouse, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to this preview of our 100th season at the Playhouse. The song you just heard, titled Journey On, was sung by Rachel Freenock, Joe Grulich, and Matt Fuchs, and it is from our opening musical, Ragtime. Ragtime, one of the biggest hits in Playhouse history, is a sweeping musical portrait of early 20th century America that tells a story of three families in pursuit of the American dream. Written by the award-winning composer-lyricist team of Stephen Flaherty and Lynn Ahrens, and noted playwright Terrence McNally, and based on E.L. Doctorow's distinguished novel, Ragtime is the winner of the 1998 Tony Award for Best Score, Book, Orchestrations, and both the Drama Desk and Outer Critics Circle Award for Best Musical and Best Score. It is set in the volatile melting pot of turn-of-the-century New York. Three distinctly American tales are woven together, that of a stifled upper-class wife, a determined Jewish immigrant, and a daring young Harlem musician, united by their courage, compassion, and belief in the promise of the future. Together, they confront history's timeless contradictions of wealth and poverty, freedom and prejudice, hope and despair, and what it means to live in America. Next from Ragtime, Rachel Freenock singing Back to Before.
There was a time our happiness seemed never ending. I was so sure that where we were headed was right. was a road so certain and straight and unbending. Our little road with never a crossroad inside. Back in the days when we spoke in civilized voices, women in white and sturdy young men at the oar. Back in the days when I let you make all my choices, we can never go back to before. There was a time my feet were so solidly planted, you'd sail away while I turned my back to the sea. I was content, a princess asleep and enchanted. If I had dreams, then I let you dream them for me. Back in the days when everything seemed so much clearer, women in white who knew what their lives held in store. Where are they now, these women who stared from the mirror? We can never go back to before. There are people out there unafraid of revealing that they might have a feeling, or they might have been wrong. There are people out there unafraid to feel sorrow, unafraid of tomorrow, unafraid to be weak, unafraid to be strong. There was a time when you were the person in motion. I was your wife, it never occurred to one more. You were my sky, my moon, and my stars, and my ocean. We can never go back to before. We can never go back to before.
Our next show has been the most produced by the Playhouse over the last 100 years. It's Leslie Bricuss's musical extravaganza, Scrooge. Scrooge is a heartwarming story based on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, with a fantastic musical score including December the 25th, I Hate Christmas, and the Oscar-nominated hit, Thank You Very Much. From Scrooge, Joe Grulick singing, I'll Begin Again.
I'll begin again. I will build my life. I will learn to live that. I will live my life. I will start right now while I still have time, till I stand at the top of the mountain I must climb. I will take the time I have left to live, and I'll give it all that I have left to give. I will live my life for my fellow man, and I'll live in praise memories of that moment when I was able to begin again. I'll begin again. I will change my life, and I'll know just what I will do with my life. On a top of a mountain, on a top of a hill, and I'll know just when, and I'll have the will to begin again. And then I will change my life. I will start anew, and I know just when, what to do. On a song of hope, on a great amen, and I'll thank the world and remember when I was able to begin again. I'll begin again.
What I think people can look forward to in our celebration this year is the normal great shows that we put on at the Playhouse. We have great talent that'll be coming out to help us celebrate our 100 years. And in addition, we have some great special events going on. We have a gala that opens the season and a family reunion and at the end of the season, and a birthday bash on New Year's.
Yeah. Yeah, and our season this year, our 100th season, we're celebrating, a lot of the great shows that we've done in the past, looking at some really fantastic composers. I think we have a really great array of musical theater composers that everybody really loves, and some of their favorite shows that they've written. So we're really excited about it.
Winner of 9 Tony Awards, including Best Musical and the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, A Chorus Line is one of the longest-running musicals in Broadway history. This stunning musical takes the audience on a heart-rending, nail-biting roller coaster of emotions as a group of potential performers are put through a vigorous audition process. A Chorus Line is filled with compelling drama, exceptional dance, and featuring a superb score from Marvin Hamlisch. First, Jenna Lindberg sings Nothing, followed by Kate Newbert-Lechner, Kate Amatuzzo, and Katie Lowe singing At the Ballet.
So excited because I'm going to join the High School of Performing Arts. I was dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, it's the first day of acting class and we're in the auditorium and the teacher, Mr. Karp. Mr. Karp. Anyway, he puts us on stage with our legs around each other, one in back of the other, and he says, okay, we're going to do improvisations. Now, you're on a bobsled, it's snowing out, and it's cold. Okay, go. Every day for a week we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day for a week we would try to hear the wind rush, feel the chill. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and I tried. And everybody's going, whoosh, whoosh. I feel the snow, I feel the cold, I feel the air. And Karp looks to me and he says, okay, Morales, what did you feel? And I said, nothing, I'm feeling nothing. And he said, nothing could get a girl transferred. They all felt something, but I felt nothing, except the feeling that this bullshit was absurd. But I said to myself, hey, it's only the first week. Maybe it's genetic. They don't have bobsleds in San Juan. Second week, more advanced, and we had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream cone. Mr. Karp, he would say, very good, except Morales. Try Morales all alone. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see how an ice cream felt. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and I tried to melt whatever. Jesus Christ! I went to church, praying Santa Maria, send me guidance, send me guidance on my knees. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, help me feel it, help me feel it, pretty please. And a voice from down at the bottom of my soul came up to the top of my head. And the voice from down at the bottom of my soul, here is what it said. This man is nothing. This course is nothing. If you want something, go find a better class. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you that's what finally came to pass. 6 months later, I heard that Carp had died. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and cried. 'Cause I felt nothing.
Daddy always felt that he married beneath him. That's what he said, that's what he said. When he proposed, he informed my mother he was probably her very last chance. And though she was 22, though she was 22, though she was 22, she married him. Now life with my dad wasn't ever a picnic, more like a come as you are. When I was 5, I remember my mother dug earrings out of the car. Now I knew that they weren't hers, but it wasn't something you'd want to discuss. He wasn't warm. Well, not to her. Well, not to us. But everything was beautiful at the ballet. Graceful men lift lovely girls in white. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was happy at the ballet. That's when I started class. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise.
It wasn't paradise,
It wasn't paradise,
but
it was home.
Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up, Different, she said, with a special something and a very, very personal flair. And though I was 8 or 9, I hated her. Now, different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's about. I never met anyone who was different, who couldn't figure that out. So beautiful, I never lived to see. Though it was clear, if not to her, well then to me, that everyone is beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his swan. Yes, everyone is beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty
at the ballet. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway.
It wasn't paradise. It wasn't paradise.
It wasn't paradise, but it was home.
I don't know what they were
for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage. When my father came to pick my mother up from the hospital, he said, well, I thought this was going to help, but I guess it's not. Anyway, I did have a fantastic fantasy life. I used to dance around the living room with my arms up like this. My fantasy was that it was an Indian chief, and he'd say to me, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to dance.
Though
it was clear,
when he recalled
that I was born to
that's what he said.
That's what she said.
He wasn't warm.
Not to her. It was an Indian chief, and he'd say, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. Raise your arms and someone's always there. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. At the ballet. At the
Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet.
It was pretty.
I was happy
I would love to.
at the ballet.
The Erie Playhouse has a great history of providing wonderful theatrical experiences for children on stage, as audience members, and in the classroom. Youth theater alumni work on and off stage in theaters all over America, and including Broadway. Our 2016-17 youth theater season continues this proud tradition with 3 outstanding musicals: Arthur's Halloween, Roald Dahl's James and the Giant Peach, and Disney's The Lion King Jr. Here are youth theater performers J.R. Dandria, Sine Stevens, and Jackson Smith and the company singing I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Simba, Nala, where are you hiding? If you don't come out this instant, this isn't funny. I'm not laughing.
I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware.
Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair.
I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before. I'm rushing up, I'm looking down, working on my roar.
Thus far, a rather uninspiring thing.
Oh, I just can't wait to be
You've a rather long way
king.
to go, young master. You think that?
No one saying do this.
When I said that
No one saying be there.
What I meant by that was-
No one saying stop that.
Well, you don't realize.
No one saying see here.
Here.
Free to run around all day.
That's definitely out.
It's free to do it all my way. Everybody look left,
Everybody look right.
everywhere you look, I'm
Standing spotlight.
Not yet.
Let every creature go for broken sing. Let's hear it in the herd and on the wing. It's gonna be King Simba's finest fling.
oh, I just can't wait to be king.
But we just can't wait to be king.
Oh, I just can't wait.
Just
Now we're going to take a little break from our 100th season and offer you a little sneak peek of our upcoming production of Sister Act the Musical. Opening August 5th and playing through August 25th, Sister Act the Musical, based on the film, features a roof-raising score by Alan Menken and a delightful choir of singing and dancing nuns. Tonight, our own Dolores Van Cartier, Kezia Matthew, will sing the title song, Sister Act.
I don't need a spotlight. I don't need a crowd. I don't need the great wide world to shout my name out loud. Don't need fame or fortune, nice as those things are. I've got all I need to feel like I'm a star. I've got my sisters by my side. I've got my sisters' love and pride. And in my sisters' eyes, I recognize the star I want to be. And with my sisters standing strong, I'm on the stage where I belong. And nothing's ever gonna change that fact. I'm part of one terrific sister act. And yes, I love that spotlight. Yes, I crave acclaim. I'll admit I love the sound when strangers scream my name. All the glitz and glamour, they're all right, no doubt. But what are you left with when the lights go out? I'll have my sisters with me still. I'll have my sisters, always will. And with my sisters' love, no star above will shine as bright as me. And as a sister and a friend, I'll be a sister till the end. And no one on this earth can change that fact. I'm part of one terrific sister act.
Volunteers are so vital to our organization. We would not be where we are today without them. You know, we do have a full-time staff. However, without the work that our volunteers do, our volunteers are all of our performers on stage. They're our stage crew. They're our they're our orchestra, our ushers. Everybody other than that full-time staff is a volunteer, and I count my blessings every day that we have such incredible people,
very fortunate.
incredible talent, and that people are so willing to give of themselves to the Playhouse.
April brings another exciting concert event celebrating a show that changed musical theater forever. Jerome Kearns and Oscar Hammerstein's Showboat. Set against the backdrop of America's Deep South at the turn of the 20th century, Showboat tells a powerful story of freedom, loyalty, and above all, love. Now, Kate Amatuso and the ladies will perform Life Upon the Wicked Stage, followed by Hayes Moses singing Old Man River and Krista Lamb with Can't Help Lovin' That Man of Mine.
Why do stage door maidens clamor to be acting in the drama? We've heard say you are gay night and day. Go away. We drink water from a dipper. You drink champagne from a slipper. Though it seems cruel to bust all your dreams, still I must. Here's the truth I tell you. Life upon the wicked stage ain't ever what a girl saw.
to smear my face with paint, causing everyone to think I'm what I ain't. And I like to play a demi-monde role with soul. Ask the hero, does he like the way I lure when I play a hussy or a paramour? And then when the curtain's down, my life is pure, and how I dread it. Life upon the wicked stage ain't ever what a girl supposes. Stage door Johnnies are raging over you with gems and roses. I got virtue, but it ain't been tested. No one's even interested. Life upon the wicked stage ain't nothing for a girl. Ain't nothing for a girl.
Old man river, old man river, he must know something, but he don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he just keeps rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plants them is soon forgotten. But old man river, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching, racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bell, get a little drunk, and you land in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and I'm scared of dying. But that old man river, he just keeps rolling
Oh, listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, and I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason why I should love that man. It must be something that the angels done planned. Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. I can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't nothing for me. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. And when he comes back, that day is fine. The sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't nothing for me. Can't help loving that man of mine.
Before Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and The Little Mermaid, Howard Ashman and Alan Menken created the musical Little Shop of Horrors that went on to become a cult classic all over the world, winning the Drama Critics Award, Drama Desk Award, and Evening Standard Award, all for Best Musical. Meek and mild flower shop assistant Seymour Krelborn has stumbled upon a peculiar new plant species. The sinister plant seems like his ticket to fame and fortune, but the plant grows and grows and grows. Before he knows it, Seymour and Audrey must battle the perilous and persuasive plant, not just for their lives, but for the very future of planet Earth. Little Shop of Horrors, everyone's favorite boy meets girl, plant eats world love story. Performing the title shot from Little Shop will be Jade Burns, Brianna Mitchell, and Kate Newbert-Lechner, followed by Katie Lowe singing Somewhere That's Green. Then she'll be joined by Matthew Anderson and the girls singing Suddenly Seymour.
Little shop of horrors, little shop of terror. Come, little shop of horrors, no, oh, oh, no. Little shop of horrors, bop, shoot, bop, you'll never stop the terror. Little shop of horrors, no, oh, oh, no.
Seymour's the greatest, but I'm dating a semi-sadist. So I got a black eye and my arm's in a cast. Still, that Seymour's a cutie. Well, if not, he's got inner beauty. And I dream of a place where we can be together at last. Oh, it's just a daydream of mine. Just a little development just off the interstate. Not fancy like Levittown. Just a little street in a little suburb, far, far from urban Skid Row. The sweetest, greenest place where everybody has the same little lawn out front and the same little flagstone patio out back. All the houses are so neat and pretty because they all look just alike. I dream about it all the time. Just me and the toaster and a sweet little guy like Seymour. A matchbox of our own, a fence of real chain link, a grill out on the patio, disposal in the sink, a washer and a dryer, and an ironing machine in a tract house that we share somewhere that's green. He rakes and trims the grass. He loves to mow and weed. I cook like Betty Crocker, and I look like Donna Reed. There's plastic on the furniture to keep it neat and clean. In the pine salt scented air, somewhere that's green. Between a frozen dinner and our bedtime, 9:15, we snuggle watching Lucy on our big, enormous 12-inch screen. I'm his December bride. His father, he knows best. Our kids watch Howdy Doody as the sun sets in the west. A picture out of Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Far from Skid Row, I dream we'll go somewhere that's green.
Audrey, all that's behind you now. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You're a very nice girl, and I always thought you were. Underneath the bruises and the handcuffs, you know what I saw? A girl I respected. I still do. Lift up your head, wash off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face, as clean as the morning. I know things were bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside you. You don't need no makeup, don't to pretend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide you with sweet understanding. Seymour's your friend.
Treated me kindly. Daddy left early. Mama was poor. I'd meet a man and I'd follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers and me, I'd say John. But suddenly Seymour, he's standing beside me. He don't give me orders. He don't condescend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide me sweet understanding. Seymour's my
Tell me this feeling lasts till forever. Tell me the bad times are clean washed away.
Please understand that it's still strange and frightening. For losers like I've been, it's so hard to say. Suddenly Seymour, he purified me. Suddenly Seymour, show me the girl that's inside me.
With sweet understanding. With sweet understanding. With sweet understanding. Seymour's
Well, I think what sets the Playhouse apart from other community theaters is we're a family, and we call ourselves the Playhouse family. There's just a certain warmth to the people that are part of the Playhouse, and once you become a part of that group, you want to come back and again and again and again, and that's why we have such dedicated volunteers. But anybody that is from the Playhouse that goes out to, moves away and comes back will tell you that there is no, other community theaters just aren't like the Playhouse, and it's just a very special place. We're very fortunate to have
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I myself, I grew up at the Playhouse, but I did move away, and I performed in various places around the country. Was in Pittsburgh for a few years, and while there are exceptional theaters there are wonderful people. There's just something different about the Playhouse. I just had a conversation with one of our alumni who is also out and about, and he works professionally in theater, and we were both just saying that there really is nowhere else like the Playhouse. There's just a level of professionalism and just you don't get the opportunities in other communities to really do what we do on stage at the Playhouse. It's really unique.
And at the level that we do it, with
Exactly.
sets and costumes are on a level with professional theaters, and most community theaters don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, with our youth theater and things like that, the kids being able to do these fully staged, fully costumed, everything performances. And, I grew up in the youth theater. And once I left and went out to college and went to the real world, I found that the experience and the things that I had learned at the Playhouse and the opportunities that were afforded to me there were not afforded to other people. And it really, I always felt privileged to be a part of the Playhouse, but I was really blessed for the advantages that I felt that it gave me.
We close our 100th season and our performance tonight with a musical that reshaped the world of musical theater. Oklahoma was the first collaboration of America's greatest musical writing team, Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein. Set in a Western Indian territory just after the turn of the century, the high-spirited rivalry between the local farmers and cowboys provides the colorful background against which Curly, a handsome cowboy, and Lori, a winsome farm girl, play out their love story. First up, Kate Newbert-Lechner sings the very funny I Can't Say No, followed by Matthew Anderson and Rachel Freenock with People Will Say We're in Love.
It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, well, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and plain. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. Well, what you gonna do when a feller gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries. Well, what you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream and he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that away? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a foe when he's paying a call. Now for a while I act refined and cool, sitting on the velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I hate Sister Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no.
Why do they think of stories that link my name with yours?
Why do the neighbors chatter all day behind closed doors?
I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love. Don't start collecting things. Give me my rose and my glove. Sweetheart, there's suspecting things. People will say we're in love.
Some people say that you are to blame as much as I. Why do you take the trouble to bake my favorite pie? Granting your wish, I carved our initials on that tree. Just take a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's all right with me. People will say we're in love.
Please join me in thanking all our wonderful performers tonight and our musicians. On drums, Greg Hardner. On bass, Jim Kipp. And on keyboards, Playhouse music director and pianist extraordinaire, Mr. Andrew Rainbow.